Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and I hope you are having a great holiday season. As you know, Christmas is around the corner, and for me Christmas came a little bit early this year because I recently purchased a new Hermes Kelly bag. You can see it's a vintage purchase thanks to the dust bag, and I'm super excited to share that with you today. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nicolas. I'm a Frenchie located in California, and I've created this platform or this channel to mainly talk about fashion, luxury items or bags. So if this is something you and I have in common, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel. That way we can become internet friends. So let's start by a little bit of background here, shall we? The latest Hermes bag I revealed on my channel was this beautiful Hermes Kelly certified in box leather in brick color with gold hardware. It's actually from 1999 and I purchased it through eBay. I actually purchased it in 2022 but revealed it on my channel in 2023, and that was the second Hermes bag that joined my collection, the second vintage Hermes bag. The first one being also an Hermes Kelly certified that I also purchased through eBay, also in box leather but in chocolate color, a deep brown color that I really love. This bag is actually at the Hermes spa and I'm waiting to receive it back from Paris. The bag is actually being restored and fixed in Paris. So I wasn't expecting to purchase another Hermes Kelly vintage through eBay, yes, eBay again, until I came across this one, and I'm gonna explain to you why I purchased it and why I think it's a good addition to my collection. I'm not sure if I ever shared this story on my YouTube channel, but basically a few years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, I was in Toulouse in France. I came back for Christmas and I was walking downtown, the city of Toulouse, and I found this antique boutique where they were selling vintage furniture, vintage bags, and this beautiful Hermes Kelly 40 in black Ardennes leather in perfect condition. I think it was from 1990, but honestly it was in amazing condition. I'm gonna put some picture that I can find here under this video, and it was listed at such a good price. I think it was no more than 3,500 euro, and the seller was telling me that the actual seller of the bag, because it was kind of like a consignment situation, really wanted to let this bag go and could negotiate with me the pricing. So I believe I could have had this price for 3,000 euro, which, if you know the pricing of the Hermes Kelly, vintage or not vintage, this is a pretty good price, especially for an Hermes Kelly 40, which is not the most desirable size of Hermes Kelly, but for the condition and because this bag is more rare than others, right now I've never seen this price of this bag ever. So long story short, I didn't really wanted to buy it because first of all I could not afford it. I just bought, I think it was, yes, my Hermes Kelly wallet, this one through Vestiaire Collective. So I didn't want to buy two you know, big things from Hermes back to back, so I didn't secure it. I let it go. And then I came back to California and I kind of had a regret for not buying it because I checked the vintage market, the pre-love market right after, and could not find any bag like that for this particular price. And I contacted the boutique and they were like, no, sorry, the bag has been sold maybe a day or two after you came, so too late. And since then, so it's been maybe 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I really wanted a bigger Hermes bag, vintage in Ardennes leather in black. The Ardennes leather is one of the oldest leather from Hermes and it has been discontinued since then. And so since this moment I always had regret of not buying this bag because how rare it was and how good price it was too. The only thing was I was not sure that the size 40 for a Kelly was a good size for me. I love my 35, I think they look great on me. A size 40 might look a little bit too big on me for this particular bag. So this bag came along. I'm gonna show it to you now and hopefully we're gonna talk about it more. So let me present you my new Hermes Kelly Dépêche in size 38, so 38 centimeters. I believe there is different sizes for this particular bag from Hermes. 35 being one of the biggest one. I think there is 34, and most recently they have done 25 if I'm not mistaken. The leather is obviously Ardennes, because we talked about it right before that, so you can see it's a kind of on the bigger side grain. It's a very, I think, luxurious leather, very durable, water resistant, scratch resistant. You can see that this is with gold hardware. And the bag is actually from 1995. Like the other Hermes bag, you have the stamps. So this one comes with the Y stamps. I'm gonna do some close-up in case you are not seeing it from here. You can see that it has the traditional elements of a Hermes Kelly or an Hermes bag with a Kelly closure. So the Kelly clasp is there. You can see that there is the two little arms here that you can close that way with a little clasp. Obviously it comes with a lock. So obviously it comes with the clochette that I'm not gonna put on, I'm just gonna keep it in this little bag. And you have in the clochette the two keys that are opening the little lock. And actually the lock still have the plastic around it for some reason. It's from 1995, but maybe the lock is newer than 1995, so let's remove that. Now we have a shinier lock on the bag, which I like. The particularity of this bag is that there is 3 compartments in it. So the first one here, a middle one there, and the last one, which is the smallest one, here as well. And the clochette is being kept in this little bag. It's a very beautiful bag. The difference with the Hermes Kelly, the main difference, is obviously the shape of the bag. This one is more like a rectangular shape compared to the Hermes Kelly, which is more like a trapezoidal. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that well, but you can see the difference in shape between those two. Let me know if you would like a comparison between those two styles of bag. I know that for me, I try to make this one work for my work, you know, or not necessarily this one in this color, but more the chocolate brown one. I think this one was definitely a better choice for that. So this particular style of Hermes Kelly Dépêche has been discontinued. The newest one that are being in production and being offered at the store right now do not have gold metal detail here. So basically, it's directly linked to the bag, which I like less. I really like this vintage look of the bag. You can really tell that Ardennes is one of the most durable leather from Hermes. It's incredible. I mean, there is a little bit of scratching here and there, but it looks honestly almost brand new. I could not tell it's from 1995, honestly. When I told my partner it was almost 30 years old, he could not believe it. So here was my source process for my work. I have to, you know, meet some of my customers in person, or I have to attend some trade shows. So I often have to carry my computer and, you know, some papers, some samples, some brochure. So I always carry a bag similar to this one. It was a Longchamp bag that I carried for like years and years and years, and it was completely destroyed at this point. So I needed to purchase a new one that looked a little bit newer and better. And when I saw this one popped up, it was like months ago. I generally don't purchase this type of bag from one day to another. It's a thought process. I think about it for a few weeks or a few months in some cases. The more I thought about it, the more it was a good choice for me, because you can fit the computer very easily. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I'm not going to be afraid for it to scratch, which is not really the case of the box leather of my other Hermes Kelly. I really wanted this one to be not in box, but in this particular grain leather. It's also a great addition to my collection because that's a different size. It's a 38 centimeter. This one again is a 35, so you can see that the sizes are really different. So I think this one is definitely more quiet. It's fitting a lot so far, so let me show that to you. So I have a 13 inches MacBook So you can see that this is fitting pretty easily in it. I'm not gonna do like a full what's in my bag or what can fit, because you can imagine what can fit in it, but a long wallet like this Hermes Kelly wallet can fit in it pretty easily as well. Put that in the front. Huge pair of sunglasses. This one is from Gentle Monster, can fit in it too. And you can see you can close the bag like you close your normal Hermes Kelly bag. This is kind of like extending here for you to be able to fit whatever you want to fit in it. I'm so happy that this is black, because this is going, you know, with everything. If I want to wear it with a blazer, like it's perfect. Like every Hermes bag, I love how understated it is. I mean, if you don't know this is an Hermes bag, you will never guess it's one. So I love that, but it's also super chic and going with everything. If you are interested by one of these bags, by this Hermes Kelly Dépêche, don't hesitate to check eBay or the pre-love market in general. They are generally cheaper than when you buy this item in boutique, because they have, I think, they are less in demand than other Hermes bags, especially on the bigger size. I think the smaller size, and I believe this is a size 25, it's more like a clutch. Those ones are generally more expensive, but if you're looking for the bigger size, again, this is a 38 centimeters, or 34, there is also 34 centimeters. Those ones generally go cheaper on the pre-love side. Don't hesitate to check eBay and go with a reputable reseller, obviously. This is where you're gonna find the better deal. I think during Black Friday, I've seen some of those bags go for like under 3,000 US dollar. I pay a little bit more for this one because it's pretty unique. You know, I don't think you see a lot of like black Ardennes leather Hermes Kelly Dépêche on the market, so it was a bit more than 3,000. Still, it was a decent price. This bag, from what I've seen on the pre-love market, mainly come in Epsom and in box leather, as well as Ardennes. I love the box leather. I think there is currently one at the Real, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna try to find that for you if you are interested. It's in black box. The most of those bags that I've seen came in Epsom leather, and I'm not sure if I mentioned that on this channel before, but I'm not a fan of Epsom leather at all. It doesn't look luxurious to me. Again, maybe an unpopular opinion, but I'm being very transparent here. I really love more of the heritage leather from Hermes, so Barenia, Box, Ardennes, like that. I think for me those are like the true luxury and the true spirit of Hermes, if that makes any sense. However, I believe they have discontinued this leather. Maybe it's wrong, it's just my opinion, because it's a very, very heavy one. So this bag, once you carry your laptop, few papers, your wallet, sunglasses, and so on, this is becoming pretty heavy, so keep that in mind if you would like to look at some Ardennes leather bag. I believe this comment is true for any type of bag, if it's a regular Kelly or a Birkin. On the bigger size, I believe they're gonna be extremely heavy. That's maybe why Hermes have discontinued this bag and done more Epsom over the year, because for weight reason, which I can totally understand that some people don't want to carry a very heavy bag. It's becoming pretty heavy at the end of the day. Don't hesitate to check the pre-love market. That's the bottom line of this long story. And that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching it, and thank you so much for your support as always. If you have not done it yet, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel. Don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. What do you think about this new Hermes Kelly vintage Dépêche? Do you like it? Do you like this style better than the regular Hermes Kelly, or do you like the Hermes Kelly a little bit more? I think my next video will be probably a comparison in between this bag and the other Hermes Kelly that I have. I also wish you an amazing end of the year and a fantastic Christmas, whoever you are celebrating it with, and I will talk to you in 2024. Bye guys!